Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the pre-show of the Girl Get Up podcast. It is the introduction of season 7, and as I'm getting my stuff together, please bear with me. And I wish I could play some music for you guys, but I can't. I don't know how it looks on you guys' end, but I'm just gonna go with it. Okay. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get started. Well, no, it's not the afternoon. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Girl Get Up podcast. I am your host, the Aquaria Chancellor, and this is the season 7 opener. I'm doing stuff a little bit different this season, which is the reason why you have not seen me like put out any thumbnails or posts or anything for any of my upcoming interviews for this season is because I am going to be my first interviewer for season 7. So before we start talking about all of that, let me let me address the people who've been following me for a long time or my day ones. I want to thank you all for supporting me throughout my journey here. Let me just check and make sure everything is working. Because, Lord, I have not done this in a long time. And I don't even see it on my thing. Oh, well. It says it's streaming. I'll figure it out later. But let me go ahead and get into it. If this is your first time coming onto my platform or being introduced to my platform, the Girl Get Up Life and Times of the Infinite Dreamer platform, please like, share, and subscribe so that you do not miss any of the content that is coming in the future. That said, I started the Girl Get Up podcast back in August of 2023, August 29th to be exact. So it is officially 2 years since I've been doing this. 2 years and counting. August of 2026, it'll be 3 years. So I'm at that halfway point or that midpoint. Kind of, sort of. It feels like I've been doing this way longer than that. But at the end of the day, I love it. Which is the reason why this season I wanted to be a little bit more intentional about the content. I have made certain my personal life and kind of focus on growing the podcast. So that's where we are now. I want to thank everyone who has come on my platform in the past, who has allowed for me to be a part of their journey for sharing their business or sharing their music, whether they have a movie, whatever it is an honor for my platform to be that space where you can come on and talk about your gift that God has given you. It's a million platforms out here, a million platforms. But to choose mine, I am truly grateful for that. I'm truly grateful for that. Each story that I have featured on the podcast really has inspired me to do certain things. To number one, stick with the podcast because as you're going to hear, and we'll talk about it as I go on, in my reintroduction to the listeners, the new ones, and the ones who are longtime listeners, you'll hear that my story is not very different from a lot of business owners, honestly, because a lot of them, if you listen to the podcast, my podcast, and any podcast that talk to business owners and entrepreneurs, you're going to go through some stuff. Life is going to be lifing as you're trying to figure everything out. So it is my hope that when you listen to my podcast and people come on in there sharing their stories, you'll hear something that's going to be like, oh, okay, yeah, I've been through that. Oh, yeah, I know how that feels or whatever. So this season, I am introducing 2 new segments to the show. They're going to be a little bit fun. We're going to be talking a little bit of trash, not trash, but, I'm going to be giving my opinion on some pop culture type stuff. And we're going to be bringing it home with the branding and stuff like that and little business nuances that will hopefully help you from some public stories. One of those is going to be Gucci Mane and Keisha Kayor. So I'm going to be talking about that this season. That's already recorded. So we're going to be talking about that. Stuff like that. So 2 new segments to the show. One is going to be more of an educational, and then the other one, like I said, is pop culture. What else? Okay, so let's get into the rebranding. I'll talk about the rebranding first. I rebranded the formerly known as the accountability planner for the fruitfully fabulous creative woman. I rebranded that. This is what it looked like before. I loved it, and I had a presentation set up for it, but unfortunately, this platform does not take video. It had to be a PDF or a Word document, and I ain't do all that. So, but this was the old one. This one was the old one. Now, this one had more of a project management feel to it. I didn't tell that part. Part of my journey is I've been in tech and project management for almost 20 years. No, that'd be too much. Almost 16 years. Almost 16 years with a specialty in change management. So when I did my planner, when I did the first planner, a lot of the pages in the planner were like project focused. And it was cute. It was creative. It was for the creative woman. I am her. So it was cute. Stuff like, stakeholder engagement, schedule management, all of that type of stuff. So that's what it was targeting in the past. This, with the rebrand of the planner, I am focusing more on just the goal setting and like monthly, quarterly, weekly actions, documenting your actions and stuff like that and your goals. So I took away the project management focus. I still kept the for all of those who supported me, thank you. I really appreciate it. I still kept in the creative business ideas and the growth campaigns because honestly, I'm still using some of them for myself. So I know that they would still be useful. It's only been 1 year, almost a year, since I've had it in here. So, excuse me. Here are the growth campaigns. There's 12 of them I listed out. Well, not 12, it's more than 12. It's for 12 months business growth campaign. So it's 3 campaign ideas for each month. Excuse me. Whew. It's 3 campaign ideas for each month. So I kept that in the planner along with the creative business ideas and the productivity ideas. So this is stuff, ladies, if you are looking to supplement your income, if you are looking to make some extra money, if you are looking to develop a hobby on the side, sorry, you really can't see it. This is what you're going to get, because I have over 40 ideas in here of things that you can do to make a little bit of money. Okay. So I kept those things in the planner, but this was the old one. And I like this one, but it was like kind of a cartoony feel here, which I liked. But at the end of the day, I wanted to be something, that resonated with more than just me. So, but this is the new one. This is the new planner. I renamed it. It's not the accountability planner for the women now. It's just the monthly planner for women. I kept in those ideas at the back, but I just focused more on the goal setting. Quarterly, monthly, weekly. Let's see. Quarterly, monthly, weekly. Oh, this planner, the new one, it has 12 level up your life hacks for each month. You're going to get a level up your life hack, and then you're going to get an affirmation with that life hack level up. So that's something that I added. It's a lot more pages, but that's the rebranding of the accountability planner. It's going to go, because this is my seventh season. When the live is over, I'm going to make it $7 for today. And then after today, it's going to go up $1 to $8 for the planner. Last season it was $7, but I made it affordable because I know it's a lot going on. People are unemployed, or you are trying to save as much as you can, like me. I am I am her. I think that's going across the board for everybody right now because of the things that's going on. So I made it affordable. One download. And another thing that I did that I thought was important is I took away the dates for the quarterly and the monthly. I took away the dates. And the reason why I did that is because it only takes a one-time purchase. And you can go in, if you wanted to reprint next year, if you like the planner, you want to reprint, you don't have any dates there, you can start fresh. So I took away the dates. That said, another one of my tools, which is my favorite, is the conducting a brand analysis for your business. This right here, as I was going through this myself, I'm not going to give y'all anything that I have not worked through myself. I am an analyst. My mind, like, I have to walk through, like, I have to process what I'm doing and why in order for it to make sense for me. So I'm an analyst girly all the way. So all of my products, like, you are going to be hands-on. You're going to be working. Get your planner, get you a notebook, get your calendar, and you're going to be working. By the time you finish this, your calendar is going to be full. The how to conduct a business brand analysis is going to take you through your mission, your vision, and your goals for what you want to accomplish in the future. You're going to identify your strengths. You're going to identify your weaknesses. You're going to develop a plan to address those. Like, you're going to be working. You're going to be busy. So these are tools, like I said, I use them myself. As I started going through them, and I noticed some of my challenge areas. Of course, I'm going to document those. We're going to use our friends AI, and they're going to give you a strategy of how to address those. One of the strategies that came out of that was the brand foundation emergency checklist. When I tell you I know exactly what to focus on between these two. I say all that to say these are the tools that I have created for you guys along your entrepreneurial journey. Not only your entrepreneurial journey, if you are making a life transition and you want to really get serious about where you're going and why and your people, places, and things, the how to guide, that's going to be your friend. That's going to be your friend. So I wanted to talk about those things because they are changes. Not only that, I let go of my website. So I no longer have the yourinfinitedirection.com. The only website I am working off right now is the host site for the podcast. I was not using the website like that. And like I said, it costs some money to keep it up and running and functional. And for me not to be using it like that, it was just not cost effective for me. So any downloads, any events that I might do or will do in the future, you're going to get all access to that either through my Stand store or email my email list, which is the reason why I want you guys to download the emergency guide so that I can get access to newcomers, especially who are coming into the podcast, getting familiar with who I am. Excuse me. Getting familiar with who I am and how I can help you. Okay, so now that we got the house cleaning off the table. No, it wasn't yesterday. The other day, I did a post about mammograms because I had one scheduled and I thought it would be a good idea to share that with you guys because I know it is important. And 83% of ladies have not had their mammograms for 2025 yet. So this is an altar call, guys. It's an altar call. If you have not had your annual checkups, please put that on, download the calendar, the planner, go download the planner to put it on your list of things to do. We have a couple of weeks until the new year. And I just want to do my diligence to encourage you guys to participate in self-love and self-care. One of the things that was recommended to me that is very helpful is to schedule all of your annual appointments around your birthday. Schedule them around your birthday so that everybody knows that when their birthday is, you can't forget that. Everybody celebrates themselves on their birthday. But schedule your appointments. Let that be a way that you celebrate yourself. Show yourself some love. Schedule your annuals around your birthday so that you can stay on top of your health. I am a woman over 40, and not only do I first, it's just a certain je ne sais quoi that you have about yourself when you get a certain age, excuse me. But part of that loving on yourself and being confident about yourself is knowing that you're healthy. So I encourage you guys to when you get off this live, I encourage you guys to go over and go on your calendar and make a reminder for yourself to do that first thing Monday morning. Okay. I'm trying to see what else I wanted to talk about. Any of the house cleaning stuff before I get into any of the content. We talked about the planner. I talked about all of that other stuff. Oh, okay. Oh, that's what it was. I don't know how I even forgot that. So during my time away in October, if you've been following me for a while, you all know that I took October off to rest. And I was supposed to do a couple of things, only like a couple, I don't want to say too much, but only one thing actually took place. We were supposed to do something else and it didn't happen. So that's okay. 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 Hey, the corporate griot. How are you? Okay. But I took a month off to enjoy myself and spend some time with my son. We was able to do a couple of things. One of those was to go to a game, do a lot of things that I did with my older kids that I did not or have not had the opportunity or taken the opportunity to do with him. Because, life is lifing. It's some things that I had wanted to do for the family that I was able to accomplish. So now that I got a lot of stuff off my plate, we're able to have a little bit more fun as a family. So took October off, and during that time, I forgot what I was about to say. Why did I say all of that? Okay, it'll come back to me. But during that time, I took the time off. During that time, I kind of was relaxing. And one of the things, it was really, really hard for me to get back into wanting to do this because, like, you get time away. I'm at home. I'm chilling. Like, the last thing I want to do is turn on the computer. The last thing I want to do, especially when you work, like, I'm not trying to turn on the computer. I'm trying to kick my feet up. I'm trying to relax, So that's the last thing that I wanted to do. But I really had to deal with self and let myself, I had to talk myself into it. So I got up and got the things that I needed to get done. And so I'm proud of myself for that. Oh, okay. Now I remember what it was. So as I am preparing myself and like, okay, you got to get back to work. I started doing my analytics for the last couple of seasons. Thank you, guys. See, all I had to do was just flow with it. I did my analytics, and so I got caught up and found out that I have been getting listeners and viewers and supporters. Now it's 33 countries in over 6 continents. When I first started doing this, it was 13. And now it's 33. So I had to give myself a pat on the back, not only just myself, but the people who have been listening, the people who've been sharing my content, the people who have been supporting me quietly, and those who've been supporting me out loud. I appreciate it. I thank you guys so much for sharing the content. Like, I don't even know how I forgot that, for real. That probably should have been the first thing that I was talking about, but so I'm happy about that. I'm really, really happy about that. That's just not my doing. That's people who have been, like I said, supporting and sharing the show and coming on to the show and sharing the show with their loved ones. So I am so grateful for that. I really, really am. You don't know. When I saw that, I was like, oh, oh. Thank you. I gotta figure out how to put the comment up on the screen. So I'll figure out those things. It's been a while since I've done this. So, but I appreciate it. I thank you. I thank you, matter of fact, and thank you. So I'll start talking about season 7 now, because the show should be coming out very soon. And when I say soon, in about 20 minutes it should be coming. I know okay. I know I said 1 p.m., but I always set it to release sooner than that, because sometimes it takes a little minute to reach all of the different platforms. But so my plan is to kind of chat all the way until it's release time. So if I can figure out how to interact with you guys, I am going to be doing that. So I hope you guys don't mind me trying to get it together as we all work it out. But season 7 is going to be a season of intentionality for me. Thank you to the corporate griot who also, brought that to my attention in our little chat that we had. And, you guys will be meeting her this season. So it's going to be really, really good. For me, I love meeting new people and interacting with new people, because I'm a lifelong learner. Like, I learn something from everybody. So I try to listen and listen intently, because I feel like some of those jewels and some of those gems that people be dropping, it just be the simplest thing, but it be so impactful. You be like, hold on, what you say? But it just hits you a different type of way. So I want my show to be that for you guys. I did the reintroduction to who I am and shared my brand story as the first episode, because people are coming and going all the time. Some people may be like, okay, who is she? What gives her the authority to be saying certain things? Or we just see her up here on this platform, but we don't know her for doing anything else. So you're going to hear my journey, how I got into podcasting, the pivots that I have taken along my journey, wins. You're going to hear about challenges. You're going to hear about work-life balance, all of those things that us as women, like, we struggle with every day, having to make choices between children and going over here to do a business event, all of these things that are real life, especially when you are a woman, you have a family, whether you have a husband, whether you have children, whether you don't have children, but it's still certain sacrifices as a woman that you make when you want to get into business. It requires a certain mindset. It requires for you to take accountability of your time, take accountability of your people, places, and things, and be intentional. So season 7 is that for me. So I hope you guys, when you hear it, I hope you can identify with some of the things that I share. See yourself in the story. Come back to this live if you so choose. Drop your thoughts about the episode into the comments and give me some ideas or some things that you would like to talk about or hear about in future seasons. So I just want to put that call to action out there for the listeners. In this season as well, no, I don't want to say that just yet. I'm not going to say that just yet. But I am also looking for sponsorship opportunities. So if you have any digital products or online coaching services and you would like to market or have an advertisement or sponsor sometime on the Girl Get Up podcast to reach your audience or new audiences, you can email me. Let me put that in the chat if I can. I'll get that together. But yes, you can do that. I will be hosting a new meet and greet as well. So if you're wanting to become more familiar with me, more familiar with my platform, before you decide you want to do a sponsorship or whatever, I'm having a meet and greet on November 15th at 8 p.m., which is a Saturday. It's going to be November 15th at 8 p.m. Again, I want to get a feel for who my community is. There are people who are coming in and it's growing. So I want to develop a relationship with you guys. Could you please leave a comment, say hello, I am, or, introduce yourself. I want to know where you guys are from because I want to when I put these events together, these meet and greets and stuff, I want to get an idea of who's attending. So that's important. And as you listen to today's episode, you're going to kind of get an idea of why. I have things that I want to do. I have things I want to put together. So I want to see who my audience is. I want to know where you are. I want to hear your voice. Okay. So I think that's it. Okay, here we go. That is my email. Please, serious inquiries only. I am about developing a supporting network of people who support each other. So please, you can reach out to my email if you are looking to be a part of the meet and greet session that's coming up November 15th, which is a Saturday at 8 p.m. It is going to be on Zoom. And yes. So I thank you guys for attending the Girl Get Up orientation. It's like the precursor to today's episode. Okay, it's a precursor to today's episode. I thank you guys for your support, continued support at that. Continued support from those who are listening now, from those who are going to listen later. I appreciate the feedback that you get when you guys reach out to me and let me know, oh, I heard this and this helped me through this or whatever. Like that is what keeps me going. That is what keeps me to continuing to post, continuing to grow my program, to continuing to grow my platform. Even when, like I said, sometimes I'm not there. And that's, I'm human. But to know that you guys are being educated, to know that you guys are being inspired, to know that you guys are igniting change of your own, that's all I can ask for. That's all I can ask for. So, with that, I am going to leave you guys for the afternoon. I believe I have the podcast links in the chat of where you can find the podcast. It is going to be released any moment now. I am on Apple, Spotify, and iHeart. Those are my 3 main major platforms. Those are what I'm focusing on right now. And you can also go over to the host site, but I don't really share that much because you could just go on the major platforms to find it. I don't care if you got a Apple device. I don't care if you got a Android device like myself, or if you are at a desktop. The show is accessible to you. It is accessible to you. So I'm just going to put the links in the chat, and then I am going to head out. I wish everyone a good Sunday, a joyful Sunday, a soulful Sunday. Eat some good food. Enjoy your family and your friends for today, depending on how you like to kick back and relax. Spend time with your family before the work week. And that's it, guys. Again, thank you for those who showed up. I'm trying to think if I left anything out that I wanted to share with you guys. But here we are, season 7. And I hope you guys enjoyed this season. So if I'm trying to remember if I missed anything, it's different. Y'all know when y'all be planning, you can be like, you got all these things that you want to say. But for me, when I get up here, it's like my mind go blank. So thank y'all for hanging in there with me, for getting it out, preparing you guys for what you're going to be hearing today. And keep in contact if you want to. I'm just trying to think. Yeah, just keep in contact, okay? Like, share, subscribe. Oh, you know what? Now I know what it was. I have my grocery shopping bag. I have 30 of these that was left over. Just some merch that I had left over from my pop-up season. this joint sitting here right in front of my face. And I'm like, why I feel like something is missing. But yes, this is what it was. I have 30 of these left over from my pop-up season. This is to support the podcast. They were $5 each. If you live in a state such as mine, where you got to pay for your grocery bags, let me tell you this. No, you don't. Not anymore. You spend your $5 and you get you one of these. And I hang mine on the back of my chair in my car. So anytime I go into Aldi's, because I like shopping at Aldi's because they got the bomb produce section. That's where I go. I'm grabbing my bag. I'm grabbing my bag. So I have 30 of these that's left over that I have from my pop-up season. So if you're interested in that, keep in contact with me. Like I said, I put my email in the chat, and I will be happy to get those off to you. They are $5. Like I said, reusable, recyclable, washable, all of those good things. So with that, I knew it was something I was forgetting. But anyway, so with that, we got 4 minutes to 12 p.m. The new episode should be dropping soon. With that, y'all, I hope you enjoy it. If you have any questions, you want to talk about anything that you heard on today's episode, or you have any feedback, or you have a similar story that you want to share, or you want to give some feedback to, let's hop back here you can come into the chat for the live, drop your feedback, and we can talk about it. So with that, everyone, have a good afternoon. Take care, and I will see you this next episode. Take care, everyone.